Hello friends, how are you? I hope you all are fine and safe at your home. Today I am going to start 17th chapter Economic Problem, Challenges, Poverty and Unemployment. So this is the chapter from economic students. So a lot of concepts and everything that is totally new for you. So I am telling you each and everything properly and thoroughly. So students, you have to pay attention. You have to open your textbooks. So pay attention over here. I will tell you this question will ask in section C and section D. So students, pay attention. Indian economy experience very serious and complex economic social problems such as population growth, price rise, black money, poverty, unemployment, starvation, corruption, terrorism, etc. Among which economic problems like poverty, unemployment, price rise, population increase are the major problem. Out of this, we will study about the poverty and unemployment. Students, in the 15th chapter, you have already studied the features of the developing economy. India is considered as developing economy, and these all are the features of the developing country. So, in this chapter, we are going to study about the major problem of the Indian country, like poverty and unemployment. Now, poverty. So, let us start with the poverty. Poverty means what? A large number of the people are deprived of satisfying their basic and essential requirements of the life, such as food, clothes, shelter, education, health service. Such a situation is known as comprehensive poverty, and people living in such a condition in a society are called as poor. In our country, we have seen that many people that lives in the footpaths and everything. Okay, they are striving for everything. Okay, they are not able to get their two times meals also, students. So these all people are considered as poor, and situation is considered as poverty. So this is the definition, you tick mark. Now, people living below poverty line. Students, you have heard that BPL. Okay, people those who are living below poverty line, simply the people those who are not getting their basic necessities, food, clothes, shelter, health, education, everything. So that people considered as living below poverty line. Poverty is a qualitative concept. In India, poverty is viewed as a lowest level of the life. Common features of the people living below poverty line are as follows. So these all are the features that given to you in the dotted line, that the people those who are poor, their characteristics and their features. The first, person who is not able to get 2 meals a day. He is a beggar. Everything he has to beg. Even he is working, he cannot able to manage the food for 2 times. Okay. Second, people suffer from a problems of unavailability of the dwelling place. He is not having the house, simple way. So he is living in the footpath, railway stations and everything. Third, they are forced to live in a shabby and slum area. Hutment near the railway lines and all that we can see in a metropolitan cities. People build the huts and living nearby them. Then their income is less than determined expected income. They are having very less income. Next, their lifespan is less than national average life expectancy. Now, life expectancy means what, students? Longevity of the life, how long you will live the life. Okay, so their lifespan is very less. Means average lifespan is 68 years. So they live very less. As obviously they got very less income and very less food. So their nutrition level they will not get. So their lifespan is very less. Generally, they are illiterate. They have a difficult to manage 2 times of meal. It's forget about their education. So mostly they are illiterate. Very often they suffer from various diseases due to lack of nutritious food. Children who have taken up the responsibility of looking after the family at the age when they are supposed to study, and they are child labor also, working in the tea stalls and the chemical industries and all. Death rate is high due to malnutrition. So they are not having proper foods, meals not proper, so death rate is very high. So these all are the features, those are people those who are living below poverty line. Efforts made by the government to improve the living standard of the people living below the poverty line. So what government has created such a provisions for uplifting the people. First, income of the people living below poverty line is very less in the cities as well as in the villages also. Such families are called Antyodaya families, families living below poverty line. The family, those who are living below poverty line, that is called as Antyodaya families. After finding out such families, government has started public distribution system on the basis of the ration card. Students, rationing shop, you know na, that is considered as fair price shops. These shops are known as fair price shops. Every month, they fulfill the requirements like rice, wheat, sugar, oil, salt, kerosene, etc. for such families. It has tried to raise their living standard. Concepts of poverty was first propounded by the director of WHO, World Health Organization. For calculating poverty line, certain factors are considered, which includes like how much they are doing expenditure on the food, clothing, their houses, that called as accommodation, education, health, clean drinking water, electricity, sanitation facility, transportation facilities, income, as well as the intake of calories. On the basis of these factors, a particular standard of living is fixed, which is known as poverty line. The concept of poverty line changes according to time, location and circumstances. Now, measurement of poverty. This will ask for 2 marks, so students, you have to learn. Measurement of poverty. Measurement of poverty. There are 2 ways of knowing number of people below poverty line. First, on the basis of expenditure behind the various commodity or service by the family. How much the family is doing the expenditure, okay, on the basis of expenditure that done by the families. Second, on the basis of the total income of the family. On the basis of the total income of the family. Absolute poverty. Those people of the society who are not able to purchase the basic necessities of the life like food grains, pulses, milk, vegetables at lowest market rate are said to be absolute poor. Simply the person, those who are not able to satisfy their basic necessities of life, food, clothes, shelter, are considered as absolute poor. Now, relative poverty. When we are comparing our income with the other income group people, so that considered as relative poverty. A society has different income groups. Among them, some groups have low income in comparison to others, and such group is considered to be relative poor. So this concept is more relevant in the developing countries. When we are comparing our income with the high income group, we are considered as relative poor. When we are comparing our income with the low income group, the low income group considered as relatively poor. A is earning 10,000, B 20,000, C 30,000. Here income of the 3 person is different. As the income of A is less than relation to B, a person A is considered to be poor. In the same way, income of A and B is less in relation to C. So, they are considered as poor. Poverty in India. In order to decide poverty line in 2011-12, Planning Commission of India declared per capita expenditure for rural area 816, which means 4,080 per family expenditure. For urban area, per capita expenditure was fixed at the rate rupees 1,000 per person at least. According to family expenditure was declared to at least 5,000. So this means that at least this much per capita income should be there to reach our expenditure. On the basis of new criteria under the poor that reduced to 27 crore in 2011-12 and rate of poverty has reduced to 21.9% in the ratio of total population. In 2009-10, ratio of poverty in relation to the population of India was 29.8%. Thus, approximately 35.47 crore people were living below poverty line, were living in the poverty. In order to see that equality prevails in international level, World Bank has decided per capita income as $190 in 2012 as per the rate of 2008, which is considered as a scale of poverty line. According to our one report of World Bank, India's total population was approximately 121 crore in 2010. So that you have to remember. In 2010, our population 121 crore, out of which 32.7% people were living in the below poverty line, which makes about 45.6 crore. From these paragraphs, students, only MCQ going to be asked, so you have to go through from this only MCQ. As per the report of UNDP 2015, ratio of poverty in India 2010-11-12 was 21.92%. Okay, 2011-12 21.92. It means that out of total poor 26.93 crores, okay, 21.65 crore people in rural area, 20.7% and 5.28 crore people in urban area are under the poverty line. Clear? So total 26.93 and 21 that in rural area and 5.28 in the urban area. So students, you have to remember this. Chhattisgarh is the poorest state of India. This will ask in the MCQ. 36.93% people living in below poverty line. Chhattisgarh is the poorest state in India, and while Goa has the lowest poverty line. Okay, so Goa is the lowest poverty line. Gujarat proportion of poverty is 16.63. So Chhattisgarh, Assam, Uttar Pradesh, Manipur, Bihar, Arunachal Pradesh, Jharkhand, Orissa have more than 30% of the proportion of the poverty in the India. Okay students, so from this Chhattisgarh is the poorest state. From this paragraph MCQ is going to be asked. Chhattisgarh is the poorest state, 36.93. Okay, Goa is the least, that 5.909 only, and in Gujarat 16.63. So Chhattisgarh, Assam, Uttar Pradesh, Manipur, Bihar, Arunachal Pradesh, Jharkhand, Orissa have more than 30% of the proportion of the poverty in India. Now this paragraph is important. So there is a question also, why there is a poverty in a rich India. So the answer is over here. The poor live in the wealthy India. So India is the best of its natural resources, because in India abundant natural resources are there in large quantity, is prosperous in a natural raw material, but lack of ability to make a worthy profit them. Lack of education, training, skill, defective planning since years. These natural resources have not been utilized to their best possible extent for the welfare of the people. India is having a lots of natural resources, but India is not having that much of talent, education, planning, okay, and training, skill. They are not utilizing fully that natural resources. As a result, proportion of the poverty has not reduced. So it is considered as poor. The poor live in a wealthy India. One of the example I want to give that, students, we are leading producer of the iron ore. Okay, iron ore found that we are exporter of the iron ore, but we have to import iron from the other country. Clear? So as a result of it, proportion of the poverty has not reduced. So it is said that the poor live in the wealthy India. Now rural poor. Generally landless laborers, farm laborers, artisans of the cottage industry, small scale industry, marginal farmers, beggars, forced laborers, inhabitants of the forest, mountainous region, tribals, temporary craftsmen are called as poor or rural poor. Those who are living in the rural area. Now urban poor. Temporary laborers, those who are getting very less job. Laborers on daily wages, domestic workers, rickshawalas, workers in the tea stalls, hotels, dhabas, workers working in the garage, beggars, and who are not able to satisfy their minimum basic necessities, live in the poverty, are considered to be urban poor. So rural poor, urban poor will ask for 1 marks. Now students, reasons of poverty. So this is very important question. This will ask for 3 marks in section C. So not all the dotted pointed that you have to write it down. At least 6 to 7 reasons you have to learn. The origin of poverty is more deep rooted in villages, rural area as compared to urban area. Following are the reasons for it. Decrease in the income from the agriculture sector because of insufficient development in the field of agriculture, insufficient irrigation facilities. Agriculture production is less because of not proper development of the agriculture and not proper facilities of the irrigation. So agriculture production is less. Second, lack of alternative employment apart from farming. In the rural area, there is no other opportunity of employment. People are not finding other employment opportunities apart from farming. Only farming is the only occupation in the villages. Third, lack of knowledge regarding other employment, education, skill, training in the rural area. Farmers do not have other education, skill and training. Next, increase in the debt as a result of excessive expenditure because of caste and orthodoxy tradition custom. Thus, it may be said that due to the increase in the unproductive expenditure. So, students, increase in the debt. Debt means karza. Farmer whose income is less, okay, because of his production is less, and some of the unproductive expenses like marriages and everything, and he is borrowing money from the indigenous money lender. He cannot able to repay the loans and everything, and that money lender snatch away his land. Okay, cannot able to repay the money, the borrowed money. Okay, due to the increase in the unproductive expenditure. Next, due to the illiteracy, the poor become the victim of exploitation and the injustice. Farmers are generally illiterate, so they easily become the victim, मतलब शिकार बन जाते हैं exploitation and injustice. Along with that, they are not able to get the proper benefit of the government schemes because of lack of information. They are not having the knowledge of the subsidies and other facilities that given to the farmers by the government. Okay, policies of the government, because of the ignorance, because of the lack of information. Due to ignoring necessities and income welfare of the poorest section of the society during the formation of the economic policies. So, when the government frame the economic policy, they are not taking into consideration the problem of the poor section of the society. Then, production of the cash crops was increased or encouraged, like jute and cotton and everything, while production of the edible crops was reduced, like paddy and wheat and everything. These trigger the scarcities of food grains. Means what happened? The food grains are less in the market, okay, pulses, and then price rise, because of which people could not get a meal twice day. Okay, the rich farmers started producing cash crops instead of the food grains. So there are scarcities of the food grains. So once the scarcity is there, price that increases. Once the price increases, the poor are not able to get the 2 times of the meal. Because of the exhaustion of the economic reforms, rural economic collapsed. Cottage small-scale industry broke down. Migration increased. Income in the agriculture sector decreased. In 1991, government has started the economic reforms. So industry is given the license by permission given by the government to establish the industry without any license. Means what? Liberty that given to the industry. What happened due to this? In rural industries collapse, means that totally destroyed. Small scale cottage industries also broke down. टूट गया. Migration increased. People started moving from the urban area, from the cities, and income in the agriculture sector decreased. Poor people are becoming the victim of the malnutrition and disease. Malnutrition means what? The person not able to get proper food or nutritious food, and they are easily become the victim of the disease. Expenditure on the health increases. Along income was static, but expenditure on medicines increase. Okay, so expenditure on health increases. Income not increases, but expenditure on health increases. So that lead to the poverty. Due to the change in the technology, traditional business, cottage industries, etc. were deteriorated, the unemployment had were deteriorated and unemployment increased. The traditional business, cottage industry spoiled, deteriorated, stopped, so unemployment had increased. There was an increase in population growth, death rate decreased, average lifespan increased, supply of labor increased in comparison to demand of the labor, so unemployment increases. Why India is considered second largest populated country in the world? So what happened due to the health facility increases, death rate decrease and population increase, average lifespan increases. So number of the labor supply is increased according to the demand. Clear? So unemployment increases. On the other side, production of the things of the basic requirement decreases. There was price rise and there was downfall in purchase power was experienced. Living standard deteriorated and poverty increases. People not started producing the life essential goods. So there is a scarcity of such goods and that leads to price rise and standard of living of the people deteriorated and poverty increases. So these all are the reasons students you have to learn for 3 marks.